Unit 6, Lesson 4, Activity 4. Listening.
Sazan! It's time to get up! Her mother was shouting from the kitchen. I've already called you 3 times. Why haven't you got up yet? Sazan didn't move. She lay under the bedclothes and waited. Then she heard her father's feet on the stairs. Come on, Sazan. Your mother said it was time to get up. He walked around the room and then looked under the bed. Hey, Sazan, where are you? He laughed. Have you forgotten to wake up? Sazan lay under the bedclothes and she tried to make herself as small as possible. Then something amazing happened. She really did become smaller and smaller. Soon she was absolutely tiny. That's incredible! I've just become really tiny, Sazan thought. Tiny Sazan. I'm taking off the bedclothes, her father said. Bright light shone in Sazan's eyes, and she flew up in the air to the ceiling. She looked down on her father. Hi, Dad! I'm up here! She shouted. But her father couldn't hear her. Then her mother called from the kitchen. Come on, you two! Stop playing games! It's time for school! Sazan laughed. Then she fell slowly down and landed on her father's head. I've never been here before, she thought. A strong wind started to blow. Sazan caught hold of a thick hair and put her arms around it. If I don't hold on, I'll fall off, she thought. Her father was walking out of the bedroom towards the stairs. Then he started to run down the stairs. The wind blew harder and harder, and Sazan nearly fell off her father's head. The wind stopped, and they were in the kitchen. Her father walked up to her mother and put his arms around her. Sazan's not there, he said. I'm a bit worried. She's not in her room. Here I am! Sazan shouted, but her parents didn't hear her. Then Sazan jumped in the air and landed on something soft that moved up and down. She was on her mother's eyelash. She went up and down every time her mother opened and closed her eyes. Sazan felt strange. Then she fell off the eyelash onto the eyeball. It was like a beautiful clear blue sea. Then, suddenly, the sea was full of enormous salty waves. Her mother was crying. Sazan, where are you? Her mother called. Sazan opened her mouth, but it immediately filled with water. She started to swim. Then a great wave of tears carried her down her mother's face to her lips. Her mother breathed in deeply, and a strong wind lifted Sazan up. The wind was her mother's breathing, and it carried her up into her mother's nose. Then, I'm going to sneeze, Sazan's mother said. Oh no, thought Sazan. Tissue! The sneeze blew Sazan out of her mother's nose and up into the air. Sazan screamed. She went round and round in the air, and then she fell right down onto a piece of toast on the breakfast table. Here, calm down and have something to eat, her father said. The piece of toast flew up into the air. Sazan looked in horror at her mother's open mouth with her huge white teeth. But then her mother put the toast down. I can't eat, she said. I'm going upstairs to look for Sazan. I'm here! I'm here! Sazan shouted. Yes, I can see you are, her mother said. It's time to get up. Sazan opened her eyes. She was in bed, and her mother was sitting beside her. Oh, Mum, she said, I've had a really weird dream. I was absolutely tiny, and you nearly ate me. Her mother laughed. Time to get up, she said.